People, BP here, and today, well, I'm going to show you a little video about how one man got into a woman's prison as a quote-unquote transgender woman, and he's technically not a woman at all, and yeah, basically got two women pregnant. Let's see if it plays.
Reality, you can be fired from your job. The Washington Post will send a reporter to your house to intimidate you, but it doesn't change anything. Denying reality doesn't change reality. You could say gravity isn't real, but if you jump off the roof of your garage, you're still going to get hurt. And that's true for biological sex. It is, in fact, real, whether the authorities admit it or not. Officials in New Jersey are learning that lesson this week. Two female inmates at a supposedly all-women's prison in New Jersey have just become pregnant. You wonder how that happened. Well, it turns out these women had sexual encounters with another inmate who was a biological man passing as a woman. Now, some people predicted that this would happen, and they were laughed at, mocked, and attacked as bigots. Kara Dansky is at the very top of that list. She said this years ago on our show. She's the president of the U.S. chapter of the Women's Declaration International, author of the book, The Abolition of Sex, How the Transgender Agenda Harms Women and Girls, and we are happy to have Kara Dansky back. Kara, thanks so much for coming on. I'll never forget the first time, and it had to have been at least 4 years ago, when you said, if we keep going down this path, we're going to have biological men in women's prisons. And you were right.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me. You know, though, the story that's happening in New Jersey is obviously horrible for so many reasons. We need to not have men being housed in women's prisons. But a couple takeaways.
Yes, we do, darling. I freaking love shit like this because it's like, look, society wants to embrace, you know, liberal and modern concepts like, oh, it's okay if men put on a woman's dress and grow out their hair and call themselves a woman because, yeah, she is a woman. Let me explain something to you, man. There's no such thing as a chick with a dick. There's only dudes with boobs, all right? And I love this, and I hope every single 50 of the states become just like this because, yeah, I want to see guys in the same prison as females because guess what? You want equality, darling? Well, you got it. I love it. Oh, man, I'm about to go up to New Jersey, put on a wig, freaking wear a dress and be like, hey, freaking commit some crimes and be like, look, you see my ID right here? Says transgender woman. Put me in that girl's prison right there. And I'm going to be knocking up girls left and right and be like, yeah, I owe lots of child support. Y'all should keep me here. Oh, man. Be careful what you wish for, you know. But, yeah, no, I definitely don't wish to go to jail ever, ever, ever. But I'm just trying to crack a joke here. Look, it's pretty ridiculous if you ask me that they're doing this bullshit. And yeah, no, I definitely would never want to go to jail in all seriousness. But you know, the point is this: like, you're gonna have guys who are going to purposely dress up as women and go to jail on purpose just so they can be around all the girls. Stupid! How could you guys be this stupid? How? I cannot understand, like, why society puts up with this bullshit. It's so ridiculous. Well, let's let them talk for a little bit, because I've got some really terrible opinions
From this that I just want to point out are, first of all, the state is not getting away with this by telling its residents that they are housing men in women's prisons. What they are doing, of course, is telling the resident that they are housing so-called transgender women or trans women in women's prisons, suggesting that there is some sort of subcategory of women that is called transgender women or trans women, and it's not true. The fact of this story shoots a hole right through the trope that trans women are women. Our society has been taught that we are supposed to say and think that trans women are women, but obviously that is not true because the individuals that are the focus.
Hey, if you can't beat them, join them, right? You can't beat the left. You can't beat, you know, the stupidity. Why not just join them, right? Oh my gosh. My camera sucks. All right, let's continue.
Of the story impregnated women, and every thinking adult, no matter what the President of the United States has to say on the matter, knows that there is no category of women who can impregnate women. So I really want to thank you for highlighting this story. And I also just want to point out that this is not just a problem in New Jersey, this is a problem across the country. I know that we have talked previously about how the state of California recently enacted a law at the end of 2020, which went into effect in 2021, which mandates that men be housed in women's prisons on the basis of their so-called gender identity if they say that they are women. Washington State has a similar policy. However, this is not...
I'm just going to be like, hey, I'm a cross-dressing transgender woman. In other words, I'm just a regular guy. Because I'm a transgender woman, but I dress as a man, I'm a cross-dresser. So there you go. There's some confusion for you.
Not just happening in blue states, this is happening across the country. As far as I know, 49 states plus the District of Columbia have some form of law or policy in place that mandates the housing of men in women's prison.
And there you have it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think.